Okay, and good evening. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Network Effect. The Network Effect is a podcast and a subsidiary of Mindful Mondays MKE, which is a professional development networking event and organization where we try to debunk the crabs in a barrel mentality. Today, we're going to be talking to one of our guests here, Charles Burgess. Charles Burgess is an author. He's also a screenwriter and an actor, entrepreneurial, etc., etc. But today is Monday, September 8th, 2025. So thank you so much for coming with us today, Charles.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Okay. And I say Charles, it's sort of hard coming out my mouth because he doesn't let everyone call him this, but I call him Chucky. Right? Yes. Mm-hmm. So Charles, of course, I know everything about you. If you were to give your own bio to the audience, why don't you do that for me?
Born in 1970 in Providence, Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah, came here. You know everything about it. Came here early at 1 year of age. Went back when I was about 13, 14 to finally visit the city. My mom was in the Navy, so she was stationed over in Newport, Rhode Island. So I got a chance to go back and meet her Master Chief and, get a feel for the city. Graduated from North Division High School, went to North Division, went to Pulaski, went to Washington, went to Madison.
Okay, just wanted to try to say everything out.
I hopped around.
Okay.
I hopped around, but started writing. I think my first book was titled Homies, and I think that came out, I want to say, it's probably been about 24 years.
Well, I did not know you were writing that long. Look at this.
Yeah,
really?
I've been writing that long. I got a chance to meet who inspired me. A lot of times, we get inspired by people, but we never get a chance to meet the person who inspired you. Zane was actually the author who inspired me.
I remember that.
And I ended up doing a speaking for her down at the Centennial Hall, and she loved it. I loved it. She loved it. And I told her she inspired me. I just saw her too back in January. I was out there for a movie premiere in Atlanta. She didn't remember me. She was like, "Hey, somebody wrote a movie called Negligence, and they put my name in it." I was like,
"That's me.
I wrote that movie." Yeah. So just living the life doing this writing stuff, man. I love it.
And that's a big deal too, because you did mention your mom as well. Spring, we just love Spring because of course, I have an insurance agency, Bacchus Insurance Group, and Spring was one of the first. You probably didn't know that. Well, one of my role models. Well, when I started this business, she had an agency of her own as well under State Farm. But she was so influential to myself. Tell me about how your family and your past life. Your past careers sort of got you here. What you're doing right now with writing books, you're acting, things of that nature.
I can definitely tell you how the writing actually started to a serious level. It had something to do with my mom. She asked me I was working at State Farm at the time. I was running the bank for State Farm, and she wanted to go to the doctor. And her doctor was in Neenah, Manassas. So I rode with her, and she had a book in the car by Zane, my Sisters of APF. So I read this book on the way there, couldn't put it down. On the way back, well, the subject matter of the book, when I got back, I said, I'm going to answer this. Because the book was about these women who got what they want out of men. They played with us. So I answered it. I came out with Homies.
With us, because I haven't read the book. What does you mean? What do you mean by that?
Just well-to-do women who had boy toys.
Oh, okay.
So when I came back, I ended up writing the book Homies. It was about a engineer at GE Medical, a doctor, and a football player. They were all best friends, and they would have these 30 nights, and the 30 nights mean they all dated a 10. And when they were done,
3 10s.
Yeah, 3 10s. And when they was done with them, they just, until the football player got in some trouble, the girl drugged them and accused him of rape, and yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Now, you are so creative. Today, during the time here with the other guests, and if you have not seen the past episodes, we also sat down earlier today with Michelle Bryant of the 860WNOV. She has her own consulting business, but she's also a radio host. And we sat down with Richard Badger Jr., so make sure you see those episodes. But you were sharing with the audience here as well about several ideas of what you're thinking for future books and subject lines, things of that nature. Have you always been so creative? Has your mind always been going like this?
I think once I started, I couldn't stop. And literally, I probably have about 50 books in the catalog that can be finished at any time. Because I just started these ideas. I just started writing, and I'm gonna share this. I'm just started writing a script for coffee. I don't know a lot of the new guys won't remember Coffee, but I know Michelle's back there. She remember who Coffee was. He remember who Coffee was.
Okay.
You remember who Coffee was.
Okay.
So I want to do a new version of Coffee, which is going to be Pam Greer's granddaughter, who comes back to murder fentanyl dealers. You know, she was after cocaine and heroin dealers because someone in her family OD'd. Now her granddaughter's best friend OD'd off of fentanyl, and she steps into grandmama's shoes.
And don't y'all steal my friend's idea either. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be the same.
Right, it ain't gonna be the same.
Yes,
I actually went through that. Let's speak on that. I actually went through that one time. I was you know who Keith Terry is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Keith Terry called me one day. He's like, man, I saw a movie that was just like one of your books. And I was like, man, what you talking about? He's like, yeah, we was on the boat, me and my wife, and we reading the book. We saw the movie, and just like your book. So I turned on the movie, and it was a movie written by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston.
So he the one stole it. No.
It's called Bittersweet. Okay. The title of my book is Bittersweet.
Oh wow.
They definitely, it was Tim Definitely
to influence their movie. We'll say that.
You know, I sent them a few messages. Hey, you don't got to steal. I got a ton of this shit. Contact me. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But, that's a good thing that you just mentioned that too, that your work is touching other people. Because I'm not going to tell the story. I have an insurance agency. Sometimes I'll go to the bigger agencies that I know that have already established and share some of their ideas. You know what I mean? Right? We invent the wheel. But let's say someone does a lot of writing, because I have reached out to you about helping my husband with his, maybe his book about his life. What is the process from going to just writing it in a book to making it an official book, where you can sell? What is that process about?
Well, now, like Michelle was saying, when y'all talk about podcasts, technology is so easy. It's all about pushing buttons now. You can, you don't even have to. Now it's even easier with AI. I ordered this program called Scribbler with AI. I just input. It's called Script. 15 lines of what I wanted the book to be about. About 12 minutes later, I had a whole book. It's a little monotonous, so you have to go over it. And I think I write better than AI.
Yes.
But I just wanted to see what was out there for people. So there's some things, because everybody wants to write a book, and everybody does have a story, but everybody can't write. But everybody does have a story. So there's many ways to do it. I personally, Boosie was the last. Lil Boosie, he was the last probably autobiography that I write. It's called Across the Tracks. It was released by Simon & Schuster maybe a year and a half ago. Doing well. So get that book, Across the Tracks, Lil Boosie's life story. That's probably the last autobiography I'm actually going to indulge in writing right now. Until I write my own, I want to focus more on the movies than in the books.
And that's a big deal, because although, you speak about AI and things of that nature, I think we as a people too, and a community, that's what we do this. We want to sort of debunk the crabs in the barrel mentality. We have to go above and beyond. I was Michelle made a comment earlier about, we were telling me about this here, where we're going to bring up that your friend, share with us as well. But like Michelle said, we even mentioned your friend had a wine brand. She was like, well, who was it? Because she makes it her thing to make sure she has alcohol and things that people that look like her, she supports that. So although AI can do these things, I think it's important for all of us in the community not to let the robots run us out, and make sure that we do our research and support each other too. Because if that's not the case, then the AI we'll all be out of work. You know what I mean? But they don't have your creativity. But when we're going, you just mentioned screenwriting and things of that nature. And I talked about a book or a screen that you put together for us. Well, not for us, but I like
for us. For us.
Let's talk about that. What was the name and everything about that, John?
Cry Me a Better Blues. Cry Me a Better Blues was a title that I had came up with maybe 15 years ago. And I never did anything with the title. I just liked it, the cry, and then the word better spelled B-E-T-T-A. Better, yeah. Cry Me a Better Blues. And then I started writing a story a while ago, but it was different than the movie. I started writing a story about a jazz singer, a lady who falls in love with a jazz singer. She works at a hotel. She ends up leaving her marriage to be with this jazz singer. They run off, and some of it's happy, some of it's sad. But I didn't go with that when I actually redid the title. I kind of went with, I started watching Mahogany. I started watching Lady Sings the Blues, and I was thinking about that when she said that her first job was like a fabric worker, because it brought me back to the scenes with Diana Ross when she was working and doing the things. So that story, I wanted to have that Billy D. Williams feel. I wanted to have that Diana Ross feel. I wanted to have that feel, not be those scenes, but actually have that feel when you know. I did want to use the song. Do you know where you're going to?
Yes.
There's a scene in there, right, where she's coming out of 1700. Pull up.
I love that place.
Rosetta Bond's
Yeah.
restaurant, and she gets in the cab, and the guys come running out at her, and she's just looking
Is that
back.
my role? No, I'm just kidding.
No, your role. Let's talk about Chantel's role.
Why not? Why not?
This character is Chantel all the way, because Chantel is not bougie. She's just very, very classy. And this character, when I wrote her in image of Chantel, you know, just classy, just, you know, saying what she want to say, doing what she want to do, and getting what she want to get. But she gets a rude awakening too. She gets a rude awakening.
Yes,
her husband deals with a rude awakening. He leaves her for a Dorothy.
That's how we know this is fiction. And they ain't gonna leave me. Just
Yeah.
But you know, the process of that, Charles, though, I was just saying, you know, when you're going through the process, was it COVID? Because it seemed like I had a lot more time on my hands there.
No, this was after COVID.
I know there was so much writing too. So people just think AI can't do that. Yeah, your whole process that you go through, sometimes be 3 a.m, 3 in the afternoon too. There was a lot that goes into this.
Sometimes I sleep and dream characters, then I get up and I write them. I'm sure you go through that with the art. It becomes a dream, and the characters actually speak to you in your dream. And most of us can actually remember it, so we can get up to put it on paper. So, so that's a big thing too. I end most of my stories with a dream, from a dream.
Yeah, that's just a real creativity that you have inside of you as well. But how did you guys? I know you do acting as well. So we're talking about things that you have in the works. You already have some published things. We just spoke about Homies. Give us some of your books that have been some of the best sellers, and what made them that you believe some of your best sellers.
I've probably written in total over 30 books. 15 to 16 of my own. The rest for other people. I was ghostwriting for a lot of people. I did the lifestyle of Roxy Reynolds, one of the biggest porn stars. I did her lifestyle, Secrets of a Porn Star. I did Lonnie Love. He was a guy in Milwaukee. He ended up moving to Atlanta, owns a record label, from the belly of the beast. We did his story. Like I said, I did a little Boosie story. So yeah, the writing has been good. It's been phenomenal. When I first started getting serious about it, I moved to Arizona for a while because I was being published out of Arizona. Met a lady down there named Patty, and I wanted to go see how these books was made. Yes. So I went down to Arizona for a couple of weeks and worked in the shop, watched them make the books, how they were made, put the glue on the spine and bind them, and watch the files come out the computer. It was pretty interesting. So I learned how many words on a page, counting a 5.5 by 8.5 is 330 words to a page, except the first page where it's indented.
The AI can't do that.
AI can't do that. So yeah, you learn all this. You learn all this stuff when you get hands on with your craft. Yes. And I really got hands on with it. But like I said, I still write stories as well, but I just haven't published any books lately. Because the movies just take off, and it's still writing, and it's a little bit easier because you don't have to be so detailed, because when you write a script, in the script you only write what you can shoot. See, I can't shoot that Frederick's hat is blue. We just know Frederick's hat is blue because
you don't have to put that in the writing.
So I don't have to put that in the writing. Right, you don't have to. You write what you can shoot, and so it takes away a lot of the page count.
And that's where you have like other people maybe for costume or come in and assist you with those type of things.
Yeah, so it's a lot to go into making the movie, and a lot of it I don't even know yet, but it's so much to goes into it.
What is your books listed under? I know we've talked about several of your books. I know you said Homie. There are several that I have pictures on my page that we went, because you've been doing this so long. If someone wants to go out there and look for your work, is it under Charles Burgess? Because your writer name is Storyteller.
Yeah, there's a few under Storyteller, but it'll all pop up on Amazon under Charles Burgess.
And we're going to put that out there too.
Yeah.
Just to ask Charles, as I mentioned, now you're an actor. You've been in several movies. I know on Tubi, Prime. What are some things that you're working on now, or some things that you movies you like to just let the audience know about?
I'll just give you the ones I were in. I was in Trust Nobody, which is a series. It's a 3-movie series. I played the character Smoke. I'm in part 1 and 2. I get killed in 2.
Oh.
Right away.
You said right away.
Right away.
Okay.
Fat Boy kills me in two.
Okay.
I'm in Unfair Exchange.
Yes.
I play
That
like
was
a
right
private
one,
eye in
too.
that. I wrote that one as well. I'm in Negligence, which is a heavy cast. We got Omar Gooding.
Yes.
We got Clifton Powell. We got Tristan Farkas. We got a lot of Crystal the Doll. We got a lot of good actors and actresses in that one. And I just did another movie, Ocean View. I got a small part in there. I play a pervert in there.
No, not you.
Well, that's the one everybody. Every time I go somewhere, what you got? That was you trying to. I said, now I'm known. Gotta act crazy to get known. So yeah, but got another movie that my buddy who owns the liquor, he just purchased from me called Burnt Up. He's getting ready to shoot it, so I'll probably play a part in that as well. It's a good movie, gambling.
Oh, okay. Now, while we just mentioned that, we just want to give a shout out to. Let's talk about your buddy that brought the liquor that has this as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a little here. What we do when you come to Mindful Mondays MKE, if you ever join us in person, we're known to have a wine tasting. So we do have a complimentary wine tasting that we do as well here. So I was just mentioning the wine tasting to Charles, and he let us know about entrepreneur that's here right here in Milwaukee. I'm sorry, what is it?